Now, in more FFL-orientated news, 4473 Cloud recently released a press statement. It's the usual affair, pumping up the benefits of their service. Since I'm not an FFL and don't have to deal with something like that on a regular basis, I'm not in a position to tell you if it's the best thing since sliced bread or if it's dog water software. FFLs and gun store employees, I'm honestly interested in your feedback about this software if you have used it. But I did want to use this as a jumping off point about digital modernization and the 2A industry. I'm painfully aware that the firearms industry at large has a bit of a love-hate relationship with technology. On the one hand, it's taken ages to get red dots as a mostly standard feature, and trust me, I was in the why stick a dot on my pistol camp for quite some time. Now, I don't see any point in having a handgun without some kind of optics capability. On the other hand, 3D metal printing technology has let suppressor manufacturers experiment with and develop some much more interesting suppressor designs. Metal injection molding was a dirty word. Now I think most people understand that with the correct quality control, it can be just as effective as regular machining for certain types of parts. Though SIG does seem to be doing its best at trying to undo that. But I think that the firearms industry as a whole is lagging behind when it comes to effective digital marketing and embracing the digital age. Now, to be fair, this is one part platform and ad network bias, and one part people in the industry not taking it seriously. Definitely not everyone, but I see enough poorly done and downright baffling websites from smaller FFLs that I have to wonder what is going on. In a previous episode of The Sloon, we broke down a ton of design and technical issues with a local FFL in my area, from web page layouts that changed from brand to brand to early 2000s web design. I've even seen FFLs bleeding sales because their online web store directed customers to a third-party website that then didn't even direct the customer back to the FFL that sent them there in the first place. I know there's not a ton of agencies out there that want to or even could deal with FFLs properly, but if shooting and the Second Amendment is going to survive, embracing the digital age is necessary. Much of the younger generation is online, and we need to be putting pro-2A stances out there where they are going to see it. If you'll humor me for a moment and let me ponder out loud, I wonder if some of the decline in hunting is not because of those who would have passed on that desire to the next generation are simply not leveraging the digital space effectively as a group, and it's only a handful of younger people that are getting into hunting because of that. Honestly, there's probably much more to it than just that, but I hope you understand what I'm getting at. I think the firearms industry, in general, has missed the boat when it comes to the digital age and digital marketing. Granted, it's not easy when major platforms are doing everything in their power to make life more difficult for you, but I think it's foolish not to leverage properly one of the strongest marketing tools to get your message and your products out there. So I'd like to invite FFLs and others in the 2A space. If you'd like to see myself and my business partner, who have many years of digital marketing experience, roast and review your website, let me know. Comment below with a name and location, or message me on Twitter at capandballseo.